Hi guys, let's wait for 2 more minutes. I can see still people are joining up. Just wait for 2 more minutes. Hi everyone, good evening. I hope everyone are able to hear me.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. I hope everyone are able to see my screen. You can just give me a thumbs. Okay, thanks for the response, Ajita. Thank you. Okay. So in the previous class, I have shown you what are the things about still what are VR, AR, and how does it will be on versus between AR and VR, and how does the reality of everything. So today I'll show you if it was mobile applications of a AR and VR. As I mentioned the last class, I hope everyone has been set up and installed your Unity editor. Please let me know in case if anyone is facing up the issues. Okay, Rashmi, you have installed which version right now? Okay. In 21st version, you don't have the view for your future?
Ma'am, it is already installed in that version. Means after 17 version, it is already installed. We don't need to install it separately.
Okay, you have 21st version as of now, you have installed, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine, Rashmi then. And anyone else have checked for view for your future? Can you check off your version if you have used any other version apart from 21? We have 22 and 24 version as well. Please let me know in case if you have installed of any other versions. Okay, just check it out, and I hope everyone has been able to set up and installed it. And that is a clear picture of process of how you have to install and set up your Unity Unity editor. Okay. For the continuation of it, to link up the project, how we have to start, I'm going to give you all the theory part things. So once we have stepped into it, I'll be explaining you each and everything step by step where you have to do it on your own. The first project I can help you for the same. By any of them can share your screen and I help you the practical way. And the second step onwards, I'll be sharing it to you all the details coding for you, because here we have many people, so we can't able to see each of the screen. So any of them can share the screen and can do it in front of me. I hope while you are doing your view for your future, you must be getting errors. So first thing, try to resolve the error on your own by checking out the error. If it's not, I'll be helping you for the same. Definitely, I think one or two at least, hopefully you might be getting errors, because I see in many of the class, at least one people you will used to get some error in the view for your project while we are doing it. Okay. So this was the things where I'm going to link for you all the project things. So in that, the first thing for is mobile, AR and VR. So if you have any queries, I'll be giving at last 10 minutes. You can feel free to ask at that time. If you have still any other things, please ping in the chat box. I can help you to answer here. Okay. So I'm moving to the next. So if you see in a mobile phone, you must be seeing what are the things. Earlier we have a particular mobile phone. Now we are using a smart mobile phone. And if it's a smart, and how does AR comes on mobile phones? You can say it. If it's a normal phone, you must be having camera, a processor, and a display. It's a normal thing. And if it's in AR on mobile phones, you must be able to do some graphics. If you see, even earlier we have the phone, also we have the graphics thing and optimized vision, like whatever the vision it is to be there, and it is very interactive version. Shaurya, which version you have downloaded? Shaurya, any version is fine. You can able to download any Unity version. That's not at all a main thing. Okay, 21 version. I think just now who has speak, Rashmi, you have also informed that you have installed 2021 version, right?
Yes.
Huh. Then Shaurya, I think it was the same for you as well. So no need of thinking about your version. It's well and good. Whatever version you have also, we can work on the coding. Okay, don't worry on it. Okay. The next thing, how does it has been uh, improved, like how does it has been updated, or how what other things has been changed up. If you see, earlier this was a particular thing, and later on if you have to play anything, you must be seeing this page where I have just given you the screenshot as well with clear picturization. It might not be that much of clear, so you can just check it out. Where it was a live video, means you require a camera. If you have to make something live, like making your face onto the screen, and you have to do it, which is nothing but called as real world locations, where you are able to do it. And the second thing, what are the applications which will be helpful? It can be helpful for your travel guide and for advertisement. Something means by making on this phone, now we have everything, like if you want to search the Google location, we have all those things in the smartphones. But earlier, if you have to go and if you have to check for anything, we have to able to do a particular app where everything has to be updated. And here later on it was released API. I hope you must be knowing of API, at least you must be heard of it. And iOS or Android, now it has to be able to work on both the things if some of the app or application you are able to update or approved it. So in the first thing I've told, view for your featured apps. So these apps was already been installed, or it was updated on the 2015. So how the first thing means, they have tested just by making an image. So you have to, every time whatever the app they are going to try, or whatever we are going to make it sure on the market to live, every time they starts within a small application, nothing but, or a small game. Any of the thing can be able to do it. Like it will be just a simple user friendly, where they'll see how the customers is reacting to their particular application or a project or a gaming. Means here Vuforia comes into a image tracking purpose. You can see if I have uploaded or updated any image, where I can keep my mobile over there, and if I say any image, the children's going to excite for it. Oh, there was no image in front of us, but here it's showing as an image. And how does the image was it in the Vuforia projection? Means it will be in a 3D environment, and it will be in any large capacity as well. So that's why we are saying mobile AR. Here I'm not using apart from mobile. Please, I'm underlining it. It was mobile AR. I'm just checking only for mobile. If it was laptop version, I have to see in a laptop. Again, you have to code in other different way. Means where you have to make sure if any of the desktop of any of the things, it has to work apart from mobile also, you have to code accordingly. As of now, mobile AR will be using Vuforia image tracking. And I hope everyone are using Snapchat. If not, I can't believe it. I hope everyone must be using it. Yes or no? You can just give me the thumbs up. No one are there here without using Snapchat. Yes. Yes, guys. So this is the one reality example I have took for you to understand, where we can see in our reality life the Snapchat futures updating. See, there will be much more emojis or much more photos, images, where you can able to make photos accordingly. Or if you keep apart from it, something it has to show also, you can see it. I have mentioned it should be very clear, guys, to you. If not, I hope you are not you are good at your Snapchat photos, everything. I have make accordingly the screenshots, everything. So here it should be make sure of your lenses, because sometimes you can see here I have mentioned the image as sorry, person image as well, where you can see it, you can add up something, how you can do effectively everything. Means here if it comes to the Snapchat, what the main thing here they are going to use, whether the lenses and the world lenses, means everyone's eye capacity will be different. Even if you have a eyesight, it should not affect, or if you don't have it, it should not affect. If you're wearing the glasses and if you're trying to take a photo, your main glass will cover the optimized glasses. Means wherever if you see here, there is a photo with glass, that glass will cover you the eyesight glasses. If you're wearing any eyesight glasses, the power glasses, it just covers you that glass. So in that way, they're going to update it. How the person looks, just try to make match accordingly. If it was a, for example, if you're trying to make a lipstick onto your lips, it just try to add, it doesn't add on eyes, face. How does it will be possible? They're gonna test after the coding. They're gonna test this particular project or app online. how does it going to develop, or how my users are using it, whether we are getting a good response or not. That is the first thing. And coming to the Facebook, earlier, before this Snapchat, everything, earlier we have Facebook. At that time, it was again as a popular thing. When it comes Facebook, everyone are trying to make sure to post something, or they are trying to give the location, updating the photos, everything, where they're gonna see first thing as a camera effects. The Facebook, they just made with the camera effects. Like if someone has been took photo and they have to upload something with all in one images, they made the concentration on the how this they can able to do with the camera effectiveness. I'm nothing but the Google. Like if you go for Google Lens, it just shows you translation. You have to take the photo, and you can take the photo and you can just update and you can just drop it. It just gives you in this way. So the next thing, you must be seeing this or not, I'm not sure. Later on, this was a AR kit or AR code. We say that as VIO systems, nothing but visual inertial auditory. How this mobile phone will be tracked by means, these are simple things. It is for your reference, nothing much. Just to know about before going to live, just going to go for theory as well, what exactly it is going to help for you. And these are the features we have in the AR, like it will be light detection and the hardware optimization also we have in the AR. And this how it is going to set up from the computer versus mobile VR. So just go through this for architect for a minute. Just observe this architect for a minute. And just let me know, give me a thumbs up once everyone has observed this architect. It doesn't take much time, just observe it. I hope everyone has been observed. So as I told you, if you are working on your computer-based VR setup, it will be different. And if you're working your mobile-based VR setup, it will be different. If you have to work on both the things, you have to be at least some little bit of experience, like how there will be matches and what was a mismatch. If you see here, computer-based VR setup, so as usual, you require a computer or a laptop. And with that, what are the two things you require here? You require HMD, head mounted display, and with a particular position sensor. Because if I'm using a laptop, I can go to anywhere. Like I can sit at my home, or I can be at any of the place. Like I can be with my friends everywhere. But I have to make sure my position sensor has to be perfectly working, where it has to be able to connectivity. So whatever I'm doing, there should be a connectivity of these two things to the laptop. Then it works. See, just I have drawn, just it looks like a person itself, okay? And the person is wearing the glass and he was just checking out. And if you see, can you see the position sensor where it is exact to his head, exact to his forehead? It should not be in like up and down. It should be perfect positioning to the particular person, and it has to be able to use HMD as I told you. And if you have USB things. And second thing, for mobile based VR setup, first you require VR mount, means virtual reality. This thing, if you're not sure, I'll help you in the upcoming things. And as usual, you require a smartphone. Here you require HMD the same way, but how you gonna check it out? You are not going to wear in this way. If you observe it clearly, the wearing capacities differ from the computer and the mobile phone. We just place the VR mount, just a normal thing where you're gonna just keep your hands and you're gonna view it. We're gonna make in that way. But if it's a laptop user or computer user, we are making them to make as a VR mask, VR setup thing, and the position sensor. These two main require if you are making in the computer thing. These are the two things to set up. And this thing, please keep it remind what is Oculus Rift and what is Valve Y and Sony Morpheus. If you are not sure, I have just shared you the images. Just keep it in mind. The names, you can just remind it. So we have different types of HMDs. So these are the different types of HMDs as I told you. So this is HTC Vive. We need to buy. Ajita doesn't require. It doesn't require Ajita. If you have to experience it, you can. But as of now, doesn't require. No, doesn't require Ajita. If you want, you can buy it. But as of now, it doesn't require to buy those things and all, Ajita. Okay. Okay, guys. So we have a great question from Ajita stating that does we have to buy? So don't buy it. It's just for your reference, how you can feel for it in future if you have something. So you must be knowing at least what is what, how many HMDs we have, what are the things you can view. So this is a room scale tracking. If you see here with a particular thing I have mentioned clearly how you have to set up this, you're gonna make sure to test on each of the particular temperatures things, like each and every object or each and every room type or each and every place you can test it, and this will be as a room scale tracking for your particular position or a particular place. You're going to use this where it shows your input devices, like if you're sitting, if your gesture is at one position, you will be in the same position, like you will be in awake that okay, I'm in this particular position and I'm using this so and so tracking just for what is happening in my room. That is HTC Vive. This is nothing but how you can able to look once you're weighed up, and once you're trying to look, you can able to look that way. Here, this is the thing. I hope you must be playing in your childhood with the cardboard, making some of the images or some of the pictures. Just as like here also we're gonna make a Google Cardboard. Here I have shared you the picture again for you. Just as like you're gonna present your mobile phone in this way. Here you're gonna present it in a not in a slide way. You're gonna make it in a portrait way, and you're gonna make it. And back end, you're gonna check it out the view. We say it as mobile VR with the help of Google Cardboard. See, there will not be people who can able to buy all the things. So in that case, if you have to able to test or we have to experience it, we're gonna do with the help of Google Cardboard, which will be an indication of a VR thing. So which where you can see it's very near to you. If you just close one eye also while you're watching your a movie in the TV, anything, if you close one and if you was very near, it just feels for your new experience. In the same way, in the VR case, if you don't able to make that HTC Vive or you can't able to make it, we can able to use this for a mobile specification to experience that particular thing where it was a testing before it is going to the live. So we are going to make any app or anything, we just test with the properties what is nearby us, what is in reality, we're going to test with that, and based on it we're going to showcase that okay, if you have developed these things, this how the persons will be experienced, and this how you can able to view in the nearest. So these are the things later on if you see it, we have just made it before making into as a live or before going into a market, before selling into the market, we show them to the client. This how we have developed, and these are the things we require, and we're going to explain them what exactly we require to presentable. So this is a Google Corporate, just a normal thing what we have done here. So now here it is a version where it was inserted with some of the wires, everything with the electronic devices. See, you might be thinking about, you might be thinking it is only a Google Cardboard until or unless you have seen inside it. Now you're gonna place the mobile phone here, like in this part where I have shown you here, and here it will be a particular thing, like you can able to wear if your mobile will not fall up, and it will be very near to it. So this is the screen bit. Once you have just weighed up, once you are done, you're gonna just press the screen and you can able to view the screen accordingly. It just goes up and down once you pressed it up. And these are the VR viewers available. Once these has been as per our knowledge, as per our idea, once this has been came up, and this how in the market it has been released. So these are the things we require. So these are the many mobile viewers available. So you can use any of the things as per the viewability of the particular mobile phones. And these are the two main important things while you are doing panorama images. So we have a panorama images, and while making panorama images, there will be immersive spaces and immersive experience. This image we call as panorama image. Please remember this point as well. There is this word as well. We're gonna see panorama image in live while you're doing the project. Okay. So this we called it as a panorama image. It is not in the same image, but while you're creating, it turns out to the panorama images where you can see something, a globe, but actually there are two pictures here where now you cannot able to observe clearly, because that we say that as panorama images. So we say it as 360 panoramas, which comes under immersive space. And why we are using only panorama images means to make our visuality high, and it will be limited interactivity, means to change viewpoint orientation. For example, for me, it is just looking like a something, a globe here. For you, each of them perception will be different. Like for example, Rashmi's perception will be different while she is looking of the panorama image. Ajita's will be different, and Sanjana's, Aisha. Each of them perceptions will be different according to your view. So that's why it says like changing viewpoint orientation. No one will be seeing the same image in the same perception. Coming to the next thing, immersive experiences. What we're going to do in immersive experiences, it is not a reality place, but we are making this place has to feel, oh my god, okay, I would like to go this place. If it was this place, I'm really happy to go and be this place, but it was not. We are just imagination this place. You might be feeling, oh, this place was very good, we can able to do. This is an imagination of the place as to my knowledge. According to me, I feel that this is very good place to me. I feel that, okay, I want some trees with the waterfalls or something. I just made it with some normal games by looking up to realities, where it will be, if it is a 3D graphic, I made with a lower visual quality. If you want, you can make higher visual as well, but as of now, I have made to lower vision. And how does the interactivity will be there? The interactivity will be the high, because there should be interaction with the objects, and there should be movement in the space. Means for this particular object has to speak or it needs to run, everything I have to make feel up of the high interactivity. So that's why I have made visuality less and interactivity high. These are the types of VR experiences, immersive and immersive experiences. So this is an immersive panorama image. As I told you again, this is a panorama image where it will be just high quality of 360 image, and you can turn ahead to see different views. So if you are wearing VR view, and it will not be the same view. If you open this VR, the glass which you are wearing, if you open it up, the view will be different. And while you're wearing up, the view will be different. Where you gonna make with immersive panorama. That's why I have told we have many VR views. According to it, in one of the future, it will be added panorama as well, which will be as a fixed position. So you're gonna fix at one position, and you can turn at each of any position, any places. It gives you a feel of panorama images. And these are the applications for a virtual tools. So architectural diagrams, Autodesk, Metricon, these are the main applications for the virtual tools. And how you're going to make capture of your panoramas. So you can see it was a normal image. While you're capturing, it was turning into a globe side panorama side. I hope you are observing it. Please let me know if you have any queries. I'll just stop here. Please let me know if you have any queries, anything. I'll wait for five more minutes. I hope you can observe it clearly. How does the panorama images looks like? If you are capturing from the camera, you just capture it in a normal way. But while you're capturing in a panorama way, this will be just turns out like a global side way, where it will be stitching photos together. It just try to combine it. Actually, there was so much of place from between this particular place to this place. But while you're viewing it, it just looks like it was very near both the places. Uh, Ajita, I'm not sure what are you trying to ask me. Where is fisheye effect? You're saying this has a fisheye effect? Yes, Ajita. As I mentioned, see, everyone perception is different. So for you, it is just looking as like a fisheye effect. For me, it's just looking like it's a global. Wherever if I see panorama images, wherever I'm capturing, well, now I can see as a globe. Maybe once you are saying now fisheye, I have to also think about it because even now I looks like it's a fisheye effect. So everyone's has been different perceptions. Might be few of them has been able to see this as in different way. So we see this as a normal. Whenever you see such type of things, by default, you have to notice that this is a panorama images, like a panorama effect that have must be used it up. And these are the capturing 360 images where you can be used it for to make your images or picturizations in a panorama base. And here is a cardboard camera, normal camera, how it will be viewed up. So you can see it, right? Actually, there are two things. If you see here, there are two differentiations. But while coming to camera, while coming to the panorama, I made the capturization from top and bottom. Here it was slide by slide. It was top bottom where where I have mixed it up. If you see here, there are two tables which was I have to twice. Now I make the picture as little lengthy to check out the behinding of everything. Nothing but you're gonna view in the VR as a cardboard. Like as I told you, it will be a cardboard camera view where it gonna stitch the images on your phone. Up and bottom, it gonna stitch. We say it as cardboard camera. You must be having a cardboard camera as well. I'm not sure if you're not aware of this, but earlier it was also has been used when it was came into the live as well. So these are the default experiences you can fill it up. The first thing, if it was a Earth, fly on Google Earth, and it was a tour guide, you can visit sites with the guides, and YouTube you can watch popular videos, exhibit. I was just giving few experiences where you can feel for it. If it is if you want to reach in a street view, you can view in the street view like driving along a street. And if it was a windy day, you can make a interactive story like the windy will be like totally in a stitching type where you can feel for it exactly. Now I'm going to stop here. Just let me know if you have any doubts still here. If not, we're gonna build now online. Whatever we have learned till here, we're gonna build it now. This much time I have shown you what are the things we can be able in AR and VR, and now we're gonna build AR and VR with our project. Can I continue up, guys? Do you have any other doubts? I'm going to stop for 5 more minutes. Let me know. 1 second. Yes, Ajita, you can. But it just looks for you in a 360 view. That's it. It will not be in a 3D environment. It just gives you the view whole over side. That's it, Ajita. Anyone else have any other questions? Okay. I hope I'm good to go. Okay, thanks for the response, Shavya. And I hope everyone are ready with your installation setup and downloading process, everything right? Okay, great. So you can able to do simultaneously or else listen first of all. Then again, I'm going to repeat. Then any of one person can share the screen. I can help you to show in the practical way. Okay. If I'm screen and I'm doing it, you guys will be like, yeah, it is very easy. But when one of you has been sharing the screen, you will definitely get the doubt. You will be in the struck like how to drag, how to do, how to make everything. You must be able to learn. So it would be great. Any of the one, be ready with the sharing of the screen. Okay. Give me a minute. I'm sharing my screen. So how we can build AR and VR view? In that, the first we have set up the Unity. So that's the reason I have asked everyone to install the Unity project. So as soon as you have installed your Unity project, this have your Unity interface. We say the page, we say this as will be as a Unity interface. Okay, you must not be seeing anything here where I have added everything here. So that's why you can see all the things here. So let me explain you clearly. There will be a scene and game. You can able to keep scene view and game view to your left hand side one by one, or else you can keep aside by aside. Okay. This is a Unity interface where you're not customized your Unity page. You, as soon as you're done, the page will be in different ways. For some of them, the game will be down and the scene will be left. So in that case, you have to able to customize your Unity face first of all. So this how it will be reflect. So here to your right hand side, there will be inspector. We say this page as inspector, nothing but you're gonna add the properties, like whatever you have done the properties, we're gonna customize the components of our properties. And here we have hierarchy and the project details. Whatever I'm adding up, you can see it here. And this will be the hierarchy step by step. This page we called as Unity interface. I hope it's clear to everyone. Everyone's page, as soon as you have opened, everyone page will be in a different view. For some of them, it will be left, right, up, down. We say that page called as Unity interface. And how the next page it will be this. We say Unity 3D game editor. This will be the main first part to make sure as soon as I have done. See, it's a normal view actually. When I'm doing it is in a normal view. Now I have to make this normal view to showcase to all of you in a 3D environment. So now where everyone can see it was in a 3D environment, but while I'm doing it is not in a 3D environment. I have done normally from my laptop. It's a normal thing. But while I'm viewing, it should be as like a 3D environment, which I have done in a Unity interface itself. You can see my scene and game or aside. I kept my page as in the Unity interface itself. But now I'm going to customize my interface page where I don't want to start with the same page because it takes time for you to go here and there. Like now, if you see, I was in scene page. In the before picturization, if you see, I'm in the game page. You can see it on the top. This is a game and this was in the scene. Okay. So if you are good, you can able to see in game, you can go. If not, I would request to keep scene on the top, game on the below. I'll show you that screen as well. So first thing, how to set up, as I told you yesterday itself, how to set up, process everything. I have written clearly for you guys. If anyone's still pending and if you're facing any issues, these are the things. You're gonna download from here and you're gonna pick the components as everything. So if you see here, this is the component we require. Why we require means to build our AR platform in realistic, we require Vuforia and some of the standard assets. If I require some of the assets, like I want some cube shape or cylindrical shape or some of the other assets, I'm going to add these and all. So this is the thing I have informed you yesterday. Now, how you going to get started? So listen carefully. Don't do anyone. Just listen. Later on, any one of them can share screen and do it in front of me. Okay. First thing, you're going to get start. How you're going to get start as soon as it's open? It just asks you in the right hand side below things whether you're going to do it in a 3D environment or 2D environment. So first you have to name your Unity project with a particular project specification name. So everyone go with the same project name, because where it has to be linked in, while you're linking up, if you're making different project names, it will be difficult again to go ahead and to work on it. Okay, go with the name, same project name. You can see it. Unity project. make sure your project name is the same. Okay, don't go with some underscore, small u and small p. Don't go in that way. Try to make with the same project name, and make sure which location you're gonna do it. Don't forget your location path, because sometimes in some of the sessions I might be asking your location path while you're doing the code. If your location path is wrong, I couldn't help it for you. Okay, I can't able to help for you because I'm not sure in which location you have saved it perfectly, because you are the person needs to remember of your exact location. Okay. And the second thing, which environment you have to do, it has to be 3D environment. Once you're done, you're going to click on create project. Once you click create project, your page pops up in this way. Okay. So this page we called as Unity interface. In Unity interface, on top, we say this as toolbar. We say it as the toolbar. And this we say as scene, where you can see here as well. And below the fields, we say it as hierarchy. And here you will be having project where it will be named. And this we call as inspector. This is a Unity interface. I hope I'm clear. And once you have created the project, you must be also viewing the same way. We say it as Unity interface. As I told you, now I've made my Unity interface in a customizable interface, because I want to see my scene and game at a time. Whatever I'm doing, I have to reflect in the game as well. I have to see at a time both of them. So here you can see it was beside by beside, which is Unity interface. The way now I'm making is a customizable interface where you are guys are in the starting stage. So keep your interface in the same way. You're gonna keep scene, below it game, and what are the options here? You can just drag and drop. Okay, you can just drag it. You can view here hierarchy and the project, and in the project you can see the assets and assets to inspector. Got it? If you don't have any assets, that's not a problem. While we are adding assets, it just shows here. Okay. So this we say as a customizable interface. Inspector is nothing but, Ajita, you're gonna make any object and you're gonna write particular components like a property settings. So whenever in your mobile phone also you're making any of the images, any of the updates, you're gonna set accordingly, right? The width, breadth, and over that how your image has to be performed. In the inspector page, it will be there. Don't worry, while you're doing live, you will be understanding. Okay. You're gonna set all the positions accordingly. Yes, Ajita. Ajita, you can keep hold on your doubts because it just interrupts the class. I hope you will understand. While you are doing live, you will be able to understand. Okay. And this is a customizable interface. So how you going to build the scene? What are the things you can able to build in the scene page? So you can use game objects. The first thing, game objects means it can be any 3D model or whatever texture or animation, anything comes under game objects. Second thing, as you have asked Rajita, what does mean by inspector? So here you can able to view and edit the object properties, just as like settings you can fill for it. Third thing, what can be able to do in the scene view? So in the scene view, what you can do? You can able to position your object. Means for example, I have chosen any cube object. I have to make my position accordingly. Second thing, I can make the camera view. Here, I can able to give one more camera view where it feels like, see, it was very far now. When I just make in the camera, it shows clearly pin to pin in which direction it is, in which way it is. Third thing, I can add some lights coming to a physics part, and almost the other but nothing good. We can add some more game objects as well, not only cube, cylindrical, sphere, you can add some more as well. And the last and final, nothing but scripting. Once we are done, we're going to script for it. Nothing but you're going to add interaction, some of the user input. Events is nothing but you're going to add some actions where you're going to perform accordingly. So is it clear? I hope everyone clear till here. Do you have any other doubts? Okay, thanks for the response, Rashmi. Thank you, Chiranjit. Okay, great. Okay, guys, thanks for quick responses. So the next thing, after building scenes, what are the things you can see in the game object? So every object in scene we say is a game object. You should not say it's an object. Okay, you have to be very specific that I am using a object in the scene. We call it as game object. And in the game object, what are the components it contains? This is a inspector page. Okay, you can see here what are the fields are here. I have just enlarged for you and I've kept the screenshot for the same. So which will be as a two components, transform component and camera component. So this we say transform component means my object position, rotation, scale, I'm going to set it up. We say it as transform and I have to select the game object. By default, it will be checked. If not, you can check for the same. And the layer I'm choosing here will be a default layer. Okay, while you're making a customizable interface, check here it should be as a layer. If you see here, my layer as of now, it was in layout. You can keep as default as well. Okay, I have took the screenshot while my layer is in the default. And the second thing, main camera. Once it will be on the top. If you see the game object, it will be on here. Below it, you can see it will be as a main camera details. And in the main camera, you can select the same things, whatever you want. Third thing, I'm going to add 3D content for my objects. Means you're going to create 3D assets. So here you can see 3D assets will be used for modeling package. If you don't have it, you can download it as well. And second thing, once you have downloaded, you're going to add that file to our assets folder. By default, there will be here assets folder. In everyone's Unity project, by default, there will be an asset. In the asset, if you have models, you can. If not, you can create accordingly. Okay. So I don't have it earlier. I just took a skeleton for an example. And when the project is opened in a 3D model, I'm going to add for the project view, which it's able to create a game object. Now I'm going to mesh, means my project view into hierarchy. Can you see? I'm going to make it into a hierarchy. I've just dragged the assets from the models. Like I have a model skeleton. From skeleton, I have just added here, which is in my hierarchy. Once I have added in the hierarchy, it was in my scene view. This how the scaling positions will be there. As I told you here about position, rotation, scale, perfectly it will be in this way. Whenever you have opened your page, you must be seeing here 5 icons. Those 5 icons only, these are the things. These 5 icons, you can see it onto your left hand side in a lengthwise, not in the breadthwise. You must be seeing in the lengthwise. And this is called as translate, which will be as a W. The shape you see, this we say as translate. And the shape you see, this is a rotate. We say it as E. And this is a scaling position. We say it as R. You can click on the object and you can choose transform. Whichever transform you want, it's gonna able to do accordingly. Is it clear everyone till here? So these are the basic. As soon as you have created your project, this is how it looks. Okay. Okay, guys. So now I would request, we are running out of time. We have only 5 minutes of time. And once you have created new project, it takes time. So I would request everyone to create project by today itself. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Give me a minute. So those are it just for you how your screen looks, what does it looks, everything. Okay. So make note of these 8 points. First thing, Unity basics. We're going to do the project. First, I'm going to show you how to make a simple scene. I would request everyone to take 8 steps how you're going to add at last the scripting as well. So these are the 8 steps to make a simple scene. Please make note of down. And once you have noted down, once the class is finished, I would request everyone to create your project name in this way. New Unity project. Choose the location, click 3D. Any one of them, don't do the project, okay? Tomorrow, any one of them can share your screen voluntarily, and in front of me, you can create the project as well. If you're not sure, don't create anyone, any project. In front of me, you can do all of them, okay? Just make all these 8 points as of now today. We are going to do tomorrow how to make a simple scene. I'll show you in the live with the project, with the code. So please make sure your setup, everything is good. Okay. These are the 8 key points. Have you noted, everyone? Okay. Okay, guys. So do you have any other queries? Don't worry, guys. If you have not noted down the points, no need to worry. I'll share it again tomorrow. Based on one point, I'll be explaining you clearly. You guys only doing it. Okay. Don't worry of it. Even you don't know eat, even you don't know how to make also, you guys gonna do it on live, okay? That's how it works. So don't worry, don't feel that, ma'am, I don't know at least how to drag, how to do, how to click. Don't worry at all. You will be doing it on your own, your first project. That will be your first live project, okay? Don't worry. Okay, guys, the class will be on Friday, not tomorrow, Friday. Okay. If nothing else, I think we are good to drop off. Okay, guys, see you soon on Friday at same time, 8 p.m. So please make sure you're going to attend each and every class so that you will not leave the what is what. If you're not attending, it will be difficult for you to take it up again because we are doing on live everything. So it will be difficult for you to catch it up again. Okay, guys, let's meet on Friday then. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.